Hi, my name is Michaela Baron. My dad is attorney James Baron. This summer I will be making a series of videos about different types of disabilities. This section will cover a learning disability. Because this is such a big topic, I'm breaking this into two parts. This is the first part. Learning disabilities are problems that affect the brain's ability to process or store information. These problems can make it difficult for a student to learn as quickly as someone who isn't affected by learning disabilities. There are many kinds of learning disabilities. Most students affected by learning disabilities have more than one kind. Certain kinds of learning disabilities can affect a person's ability to concentrate or focus and can cause someone's mind to wander too much. Other learning disabilities can make it difficult for a student to read, write, spell, or solve problems. You cannot tell by looking that a person has a learning disability, which can make it very hard to diagnose a learning disability. Learning disabilities typically first show up when a person has a difficult speaking, reading, writing, calculating, talking with a parent, or paying attention in class. Some kids' learning disabilities are diagnosed in grade school, when a parent or a teacher notices a kid can't follow directions for a game, or is having a hard time doing simple jobs. Other kids develop ways of covering up their learning issues. So learning disabilities don't show up until the teen years, when schoolwork and life gets more complicated. People with verbal learning disabilities have a hard time with words, both spoken and written. The most common and best-known verbal learning disability is dyslexia, which causes people to have trouble recognizing or processing letters and the sounds that go with them. For this reason, people with dyslexia have a trouble with reading and writing. Some people with verbal learning disabilities may be able to read or write just fine, but they have trouble with other aspects of language. For example, they may be able to sound out a sentence or a paragraph perfectly, making them good readers, but they can't make sense of what they're reading. And some people have a trouble with writing as their brains struggle to do the many things needed to write, like moving their hands to form letter shapes or remembering the correct grammar rules needed to write a sentence. This typical disability is called dysgraphia. People with nonverbal learning disabilities may have difficulty processing what they see or hear. They may have trouble making sense of what someone tells them to do, or what a teacher may say in class. This type of disability is called auditory processing disorder. A behavioral condition called ADHD is often associated with learning disabilities, because people with ADHD may also have a hard time focusing enough to learn and study. Students with ADHD are often easily distracted and have trouble concentrating. They may also be overly active or have trouble controlling their impulses. No one is exactly sure what causes learning disabilities, but researchers do have some theories as to why they develop. Experts have noticed that learning disabilities tend to run in families, and they think that it may be passed down from one generation to another. However, researchers are still debating whether learning disabilities are in fact genetic or they show up in families, because kids learn and model what their parents do. Problems such as low birth weight, lack of oxygen, or premature birth may have something to do with learning disabilities. Young children who receive head injuries may also be at risk of developing learning disabilities. Also, poor nutrition early in life may also lead to learning disabilities later in life. Just because you have trouble studying for a test doesn't mean you have a learning disability. There are as many learning styles as there are individuals. For example, some people learn by doing practicing. Others learn by listening, and others prefer to read. Some people are just naturally slow readers or learners, but they still perform well for their age. Sometimes what seems to be a learning disability is simply a delay in development. The person will eventually catch up. Many people with learning disabilities struggle for a long time before someone realizes that there's a reason they're having so much trouble learning. For people in their teen years, the first sign of learning disabilities may occur when they notice that they do poorly in school, even though they study real hard. Or it may just be a feeling that something isn't right. If you're worried, go and talk to your parents or a teacher right away. I hope you found this information useful. If you would like more information about legal issues and children with disabilities, please contact my father, Attorney James Baron, at 781-209-1166, or online at www.lawbaron.com. Please mention to my father that you saw this video, and check back soon for part 2 on learning disabilities. Thank you.